Hey guys, Claire here. I am so excited to share two vintage bags that I bought this spring that I have been using a ton. They are both from the early 2010s, which is kind of weird to think about as that being vintage. Maybe they're not really vintage. I don't know. I remember what I was doing back then, so it doesn't necessarily feel vintage to me. So I bought two. I could not figure out which one was my favorite of the two, so I'm just gonna do them in order of purchase. The first is my first fringe bag. I really wanted to, I was obsessed with the Fendi soft peekaboo that was on the runway this year. It's black and it's got the fringe along the bottom. Gorgeous. Not going to buy something like that brand new. So I kind of went searching for a vintage option or even just another, option out there, pre-loved, new, whatever. Found this. This is a vintage Gucci. It is the 2014 Novo bag from spring 2014 runway. It is absolutely gorgeous. One of the things that I really liked about the Fendi soft peekaboo that came out was that the fringe was along the bottom of the bag. There were a lot of options out there where it's off of the front flap or hanging off of the sides. And I don't know, for whatever reason, this kind of bottom hang is what really appealed to me. And I found this one on the RealReal. You can see the Gucci here. It's got the bamboo on here, and along the back, you can see the stitching. I found an article that gets into the details of how this bag was made, and it's just so, I just love the craftsmanship of it, right? It's just so pretty. It is kind of has like gunmetal hardware. So not gold, not silver, but just kind of a nice neutral, very minimal. I had this, one of my Hermes little twillies on another bag. So I threw that on there because I thought it looked like a fun way and it kind of went with it. So it is a crossbody bag. The strap is a little bit short. I have it on the longest setting here. And that works fine for me. It hits me in a really nice spot, but I have gotten so much use out of it. It's not a very big bag. It's got leather lined. This is like a little card holder pocket and then an open space here. And then there is a zip pocket in the back as well. That is very tight, honestly. I am able to get my card holder into there. And then in the main compartment, I'm able to fit my purse, my sunglass case fits, it's a little bit tight. And then I have this for like lipstick, chapstick, or whatever right there. So it is beautiful. I am obsessed with it. The leather is so soft and you can just see the detail, right? Like you can see the attention to detail that is beautiful in everything Gucci does. I have one other vintage Gucci bag that I absolutely love that's from the 90s and it's also awesome. So this is one of my favorite designer houses to buy vintage and pre-loved. Let me just show you how it sits. Oh my gosh. Like, look how cute. It's so easy and just kind of carefree. The fringe sits not too long. It looked really long in the pictures, but then whenever I got it in and threw it on, I was like, oh, this is perfect. I'm actually headed to Nashville next weekend for a trip, and I'm definitely going to be taking her. So the second vintage bag that I bought this year, and I think I'm really trying to strategize about my plan this year. So I'm only going to buy a few, maybe one or two more. But I got my hands on a vintage Fendi baguette. This is from 2012. So it's actually I don't know how you're going to get into defining vintage versus non-vintage. This was part of a capsule that was released in spring 2012 as to celebrate the 15-year anniversary of the Fendi baguette. So it's not one of the originals. It is a little bit bigger, I think. It's more the size of the new baguettes that are out there. And I just thought it was so funky. It is definitely in loved condition, but because of the leather and kind of like this, like, I don't know, how do they even think about these designs? This is something I would have never thought if it was described to me that I would gravitate towards, but I just think that in conjunction with the really pretty appliques here, it works beautifully. There is some creasing. You can see creasing here and there. It's definitely, it's been loved. It's been loved, and that's okay. That doesn't bother me. Some bags it does. If I was going to buy a suede bag like the Gucci, I don't even know if I mentioned that it was suede. If I was going to buy a suede bag and the suede was really, really beat up, then I probably would not go for that one because it just doesn't look nice anymore. But this, I think, the love that it's been given gives it some character, and it also makes me a little bit more carefree about using it. It is a light color, and I like jeans. I wear a lot of jeans, and denim can be a bag, especially a light color bag's worst enemy. And so knowing that this already had a little bit, not a lot actually, there's really not a lot of discoloration at all, a little bit right there, and that's against my body, so you're not going to see it. It makes me not worry about it, which is great. I also love the fact that this one came with a long handle. Most of the vintage ones just have the short little shoulder strap. It came with a shoulder strap as well, which was with the bag, as was the original dust bag, which was really nice. And it had been stored stuffed, so the creasing wasn't really all that bad at all. But anyways, I love her. I've actually been able to wear this bag a ton. I'm carrying it right now, so I'll show you guys what's in there in a minute. But I've been able to wear it with so many outfits that kind of, it surprises me a little bit because it is kind of a funky pattern. But that is exactly what I wanted out of a Fendi baguette. I didn't want to buy a black one, almost because I never buy black bags anyways, but even just like a neutral tone, I wanted something with some funk, something that Carrie Bradshaw would be proud to carry, right? So it has the single flap opening, and then there is in here right now, just show you guys, I have got my sunglass case. How am I gonna do this? Sunglass case, card holder, gum. If I pull all of this out, you'll see that it holds all of my essentials, my AirPods. There is also, there's also a zipper pocket where I keep my chapstick and some Tums. For any of us who are going through that phase of life. Oh my gosh, guys, I just realized, look at this. The original seal is on here. The original plastic. So this means that this hardware right here is gonna be in great condition. I don't even know if I wanna take it off. What do you think? Should I take it off? I don't know, I hadn't noticed that yet. Anyways, the hardware is beautiful. You can see the Fendi on the back here. It's a little bit easier for you to see. Very minimal scratches. Yeah, and she's just so fun. I've carried her every other day for weeks now as we're in the spring and summer months. She reminds me of like festival vibes with like a complete boho feel. So between these two, I think you guys can tell I'm feeling pretty, carefree at the moment. But I love how unique they both are. I love that they both kind of fill different cups in the wardrobe, so to speak, as far as what you would wear with them. You can see that the Fendi definitely, like some of the leather on there is starting to come off a little bit. And I've just kind of decided to let that go because again, it was vintage. It was a really great price. I got this one from I don't know if they're straight consignment or if they just do resale out of the UK, called Arm Candy handbags. I found it on YouTube because I was looking for videos of vintage Fendi bags just to get some ideas. And this was available. They'll put videos of their bags up on their YouTube channel with like a link to their website. I haven't even come across them on Instagram yet. So really sweet. I messaged the women who own the place, and they were so delightful and lovely and sent me some more pictures of the bag and answered some questions I had about some of the appliques. I wasn't sure if this was supposed to be yellow or if that was discolored. Do you see that there's like the outside versus this inside triangle are two different colors? They truly are two different colors. That's meant to contrast. It's not like a discoloration. So anyways, they were awesome. They answered all of my questions. And also, I could tell they were all completely obsessed with just this unique one. So they were also good salespeople as well. Okay. If you liked these, let me know. If you didn't like them, let me know why. I think that vintage is, it's not for everybody. And I love the new bags. I'm still obsessing over the Andiamo East-West version, and one of these days I'm going to pull the trigger, probably new, I think, instead of going pre-loved. But in the meantime, I feel like my cup has been filled up with these for a while now. So if you're looking for some of the kind of boho, carefree, fringe trends that are going on right now, don't forget to check out places like The Real Real and Rebag and all those great spots, because they have a lot of gems out there that might be waiting for you. Okay, if you like this video, please give it a like. Don't forget to hit subscribe for new videos as they come out, and I'll see y'all next time.